What's going on today? We talking industry season 3 episode 4, and I'm going into one of my deep dives about Venetia because this is an issue that I believe would have happened with a lot of women at Pierpoint, even if they experience the same experiences that Venetia had. And ladies, if you're listening, you could put your views down in the comments. But when she resigned, when she quit from the company, she literally told Rishi that she is leaving this misogynistic place. And this is what I have the biggest problem with. Why did she blame the men? Is it because men are overall responsible for everything? Is that the reason? Because if that's the reason, I would go, okay, I understand. But for the experiences that they showed us that this character had, I don't know how she just went to blaming the men, and that's why she's resigning. I mean, we know Kenny had a real vulgar mouth. We know Rishi had a real vulgar mouth. He was a big topic in episode 4. They had to sit him down, and everybody criticized him, men and women alike. But do y'all remember Jackie? Jackie had a vulgar mouth too. Do you remember that Venetia wanted to do an essay case against Rob Client? Rob Client was a woman. Do you remember Yasmin didn't treat her good when she first came on the scene? Another pretty girl on the scene, and Yasmin didn't treat her good. And if you ever dated a pretty girl, I know I have, hey, come on now. I know I have. And when I talk to them, they always say that women treat them bad because they pretty. Literally, they come to a new area and you'll have some women that treat them good, but you will always have women that treat them bad. At least that's what I've heard, right? And we've seen it on this show. And let's not forget that when Venicia had a problem, when she went through her situation with Nicole, and she went to Yasmin. She didn't want to go to Kenny because remember, Kenny would have been bad. Kenny's vulgar. Kenny would have been bad. So she goes to Yasmin, another young, pretty girl that she thought, okay, I can go confide in her. But when she went, Yasmin literally told her she was acting pragmatic and didn't support her. And the crazy thing about that situation, if it was a man, instead of it being Nicole, do you think Yasmin would have had the same reaction of, no, it's just happened, let it blow over? Do you think that would have been the reaction? Do you think she would have just told her, go on about your business, go on about your day? No, I don't believe that. I don't think that would have happened. So they are in an environment where it's a lot of people, men and women, that are bad or toxic or whatever words you want to use. It's Pierpoint. It's the environment. It's that job. And you know what? I get it. It's a lot of media that consistently say how men and masculinity is bad and toxic, but that's just not the truth. You get bad people that are men. You have bad people that are women, that are grown women. They can be bad too. It's so sickening to me that every incident, it's always blame the men. And sometimes you just got to be blunt and be straightforward. Ladies, if you're listening to my voice, you need to understand that it's not just good men. It's a bunch of great men on the planet. And no matter where you are, you can be driving on the road right now. You can be in Europe. You can be in America. You can be in Australia, anywhere in the world, Africa, anywhere in the world. What you are looking at is 99.999% most likely built by a man. Men have literally built the entire world. We are the reason you can sleep in a bed. You get electricity. You get water. You can drive on roads. You have a house. All of this thing, everything you see in your surrounding, the TV you watch industry on, everything is built and made by men. Man-made. Can you please stop thinking every man is bad or men don't do anything? You heard ladies say stuff like this. Men don't do anything. No, men do everything. Every nation that has ever been built was built by men. In America, it's protected by men. Every nation is protected by men, built by men, and maintained by men. If you think about any essential thing for a nation, if you remove the men, not just the men, the masculine men, because I need to put an emphasis on that, because the masculine men are the ones that do everything. Let's be clear. And if you remove them from any essential thing with a nation, that thing will fall apart. And if it's super essential, that nation will fall apart. So it's like, yo, stop blaming men. But y'all let me know, what do you think about Venicia blaming men for her resigning? Because I think it's just a toxic environment at Pierpoint. You have men that's toxic and you have women that's toxic. Let me know down in the comments. As always, if this is your first time here, we do film mostly, but we also do sports and music on the channel. Check out the other content. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that like button, and like always, y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.